Hi folks, Poster, welcome back to another Pomo Masters video, and with the new update coming soon, whatever soon means since it's been like soon for a while now, but hopefully this time it's actually soon. Although, again, I've been staying up all night, every night waiting for it to drop and it's not dropping. Although I do have to say, not that any of this is confirmed or whatever, but Emma from Game Press, which is the website I'm using right now over here, did post on her Discord server and like the announcement. She said something about like Thursday. All she posted was like, if I could read it real good, she just posted Thursday night / Friday morning. Whatever that means. It could be the update. Who knows? It could be the day of download. It could be her birthday. I don't know. But yeah. Hopefully it comes soon. But I thought we just go over some units in this video that we kind of sort of need, especially just typing for certain strikers that we do kind of lack type coverage in terms of either if we have this, because we have one of each type right now that Sylveon got added, just looking at some units that either have strikers that are a bit too weak still, or too scarce, like say Dark type. There's literally only one striker, right? So anyways, let's go into them. So we'll go over the typings one by one. Bug type, I think we're fine. We literally have like a top 3 striker in the game here with the Guzma Glisspod. Bug type's fine. Mega Pinsir's still really good. Beedrill's whatever. But got Glisspod and Pinsir should be good for the most part. Bug type's fine. Dark type is a tricky one because Mega Houndoom is extremely strong, but that's the only one. So it would be really, really nice if we got like another dark type unit. It doesn't have to be as strong as Houndoom, but just a second option, just for folks who didn't pull 3 copies of Houndoom. Right. So looking into some dark type trainers, right? We got the obvious one, Sydney. Well, at least it's the obvious one to me, right? Sydney could come, with maybe Absol or Mariana. Like, honestly, I could see Sydney just being with like any one of his Pokemon, because like all of them just fit him so well for some reason. Well, I know the reason. They're all dark type, and they're also from Gen 3. So yeah, probably would be Absol, just because his Absol is like this mega, right? It does have a Absolite on it. So Sydney would be a good option, for sure. And looking at some other dark types, however you pronounce her name, Bryony. She's a decent option as well. She has both like Liepard and Bisharp, which are good dark type options as well. And speaking of a Bisharp, we could also have if I could find them down here. No, that's flying type. If I could find them, Shadow Triad. The Shadow Triad, they do have dark type Pokemon as well. Mostly Poniard and Absol and all that stuff. Did they evolve? Yeah, they did evolve it to Bisharp as well. So that could also be a possibility. If they if Masters give them like Liepard, that would be kind of cruel. So there's that as well. As for like some other Marnie would be great, but that's Gen 8. Pure same. But yeah, I think a lot of like these villain teams, I don't think Archer does have a lot of dark types in like the new gen games, but he did have Houndour and Houndoom in the old gens. Let's see, because I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't have any dark types in Let's Go, but he did have Houndoom and Houndour in the older games. Although most of these are like more so like mainly poison, but maybe also has like one dark type on their team. Like Ariana, like she has Murkrow, but like she also has like 2 poison types. So although Murkrow, before she got rid of it, was the highest level on her team when they weren't all the same level. So there's that as well. I was just wondering, when did she get Sneasel? But no, that's Pokemon Stadium 2, which is a great game. If you guys haven't played it, you should try it out. Moving on, let's see, who else? Over here, I think that's most of the more relevant ones, right? Moving on. So dark types one, Dragon type we're fine. Kingdra and Haxus are all phenomenal. If you have a really good team, Dragonite's really good as well. Man, they really did Rayquaza dirty, man. It's like, Outrage, Haxorus is a better user, Dracometer, Kingdra's better. It's just so sad, man. Oh my god. I love Rayquaza so much. I love Zinnia as well, but they really shafted Rayquaza. But yeah, Dragon type's fine. All three of these are really good. Rayquaza's not bad. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say it is. Obviously it's not the best, but it's not terrible, I don't think. Moving on to electric types. Electric types were like super fine. We got like Raichu, got Zebstrika, Pikachu, Rotom, you can use that as well. It actually does decent damage to Mew. There's that. So yeah, electric type is fine. Fairy type is a big one, right? We have Valor and Sylveon and Gramble and Mina, which is a tech type unit. Valor and Sylveon are not great. And this would be a potential issue because we do know that potentially there could be, as it's rumored to, if that leak is true, that we're getting 5 more halls in Battleville, right? And then like the last one is the last boss is Derek, and the 3 types that we don't have yet to encounter that are weak to in the villa are Fairy type, Ground type, and Normal type. Not that normal types are super effective against anything. I'm just listing facts here. So I don't think there's going to be a stage that's weak to normal type. But, ground type, fairy types are real possibilities. And that's a big yikes. Because fairy types, although Sylveon, I don't think she's as bad as people say. And I do think she's actually going to be pretty decent for Battleville if you throw her in Battleville. Because she does have she does have special defense buffs and speed as well there. She's not the most tankiest unit, but she could regen HP with Draining Kiss, which does help in Battlevilla, so I don't think it's like that bad, right? But definitely not the greatest, unfortunately. So hey, a fairy type would do really well. Fairy type, obviously everyone is talking about Diantha. That's the most obvious one. With Mega Gardevoir, right? Like, if I had like $1 for every time anyone mentions that we need Diantha and Mega Gardevoir in the game, I would be able to buy myself a Happy Meal right now. Well, more than one, quite a few. So there's that. I don't know why I used Happy Meal as an example. Moving on, another potential candidate could be AZ, right? Could throw in, not that he ever used it in battle, but you could throw in AZ and Flat. Like, honestly, AZ with Torkoal, Sigilith, Golurk, not that, Torkoal Flanders already has Torkoal, but, not that any of these two are much more likely than Fluid. Like, if AZ comes out with, like, Golurk, who wants that, right? If AZ ever comes out, it has to be with Fluid. Come on. Don't give us AZ and Sigilith. Give us like AZ and Floette. But yeah, that's also another possibility. Maybe, although I don't really see Floette as doing much damage like as a striker. Seems more like a support unit because her story thing, right? Moving on. I don't think Floette really likes destruction that much. More so healing. So. Yeah, that's for fairy types. For fighting types are good. We got Mega Lucario already. Machamp as well. Conkeldur's not terrible. It's not terrible. Okay. Also Solgaleo, if you are under the right circumstances, use that. So fighting type should be fine. Fire type, we need more fire types. No, we don't. Flying types is one typing I do think we would really benefit from having one more of. So it'd be really, really cool if Ho was flying type, or at least had like some really good offensive flying type moves, even if it is fire type, right? So like we have a Kaylee and Toucan. I'm personally I don't feel she's that great. I mean, she does okay-ish damage, but like, she doesn't max this out. And then like this is just so hard to achieve. This is so hard to achieve. The burn thing, right? If you could if you could trigger that, this is really good. But if you can't, it's like, ugh, right? Although again, it doesn't do terrible damage. But I do think we would do with the better flying type as well. The other one is blue, which is not bad, right? Blue's really good, you know, in my opinion, much better than Kaylee. But yeah, it would be nice if we have another flying type, but it's not like that high on the list. Also, we don't really have that many like flying type trainers left, like Faulkner. I guess that's like the only one. So I guess Faulkner. Throw him in with not Pidgey or Pidgeotto because Blurred has Pidgeot. I don't know, maybe one of these. Noctowl, just because, yeah, it's Gen 2 bird, even though he's like every Gen bird up to like what was this, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Gen 4, right? So there's that as well. Moving on, ghost types were good. We got Miss Magius, which actually isn't as bad as people think she is. And then we also got Mewtwo with Shadow Ball, right, which should be fine. Grass type, we got grass type were more than good. Both of these are just incredible, right? Ground type, I do think we would benefit from having more. Like Cynthia's like really good, but like since she's like Pokefair limited, if you guys missed out on Cynthia, like your only other like ground type option is Mudsteel, and Mudsteel is really bad. I mean, Mudsteel's not like Mudsteel's pretty bad, but you know, like unless they just run her banner back, for the moment being, like folks who didn't get Cynthia is like kind of screwed on this typing. Especially if the next Battle Villa will have like ground type as a weakness. People are kind of screwed. Although like they're not like that screwed as long as like you have, you know, since stuff like Steven, Guzma, Red, maybe, right? If you don't get like hit too much, could still like Houndoom as well. Could still like easily clear a lot of stages on their own. So you should be fine, but it would be nice if we had more ground types, especially a non-Pokefair that's just on every banner, so like people could, you know, pick up on when there's like no Pokefair for that unit to come up. With like as for ground types, I think Bertha would be a good one, right? For the most part, that I could think of off the top of my head. But again, it's not like actually it's kind of important. But yeah, ground type would be cool. Moving on, ice types. Ice types. Like here's the thing with ice types. Like if you take like the filter roll away, there's actually a lot of ice types in the game. None of them do that much damage. Like the best one is Dugon's not terrible, right? After the Synchrid. But you know, that's our only option, and it would be nice if we actually had one that's like not AoE. Although not that AoE's like that bad anymore, especially with Villa being a thing. But it would be good if we had like a actually like if we had a much better summonable ice type. As for like ice type trainers, there really aren't that much left. Like we got Bryson, we got Candace, we got Glacia, who else? We got Lorelei, we got Price, I guess Cena, maybe Cena and Glaceon, if you guys remember her at all. She's the professor's assistant kind of sort of person, right? If I remember correctly. Sycamore's, yeah. Assistants, yeah. With Dexio. So Tina, I guess, could be a possibility. Santa Claus would be cool. No, not really. I guess Zinzolin, but like Bryson already has Crygonal. So maybe not, unless like Zinzolin picks up Weavile. Maybe. I don't know. So moving on. To some other. All right. Moving on. Normal types don't really have to talk about that. It's not like they're gonna be super effective against anything, anyways. Poison types. Unpopular opinion. I think poison types are fine at the moment. Salazal's like serviceable. Well, she's not that great before you grid it, but you know, once you do grid up Salazal, she actually does really decent damage. I know, kind of unbelievable. I get it, but she actually does. Crobat's still really good, obviously on stages where you can poison. Scolipede does decent damage. Ariados actually does decent damage as well, surprisingly. So yeah, I personally think poison's fine at the moment. Moving on. To psychic type. Psychic type. We definitely need more psychic. No, we don't need. We don't need more psychic types. We're good. Mewtwo's are really good. Reuniclus is amazing now with the sync grid. Also Mewtwo's free. Mew was free until you can't get her anymore, unfortunately, or yet. So Rock's terrible. Zapdu's situationally good. Mega Alexander can do a lot of damage as well, so like psychic type is fine. Rock type is incredibly fine as well. If I could click on it. Yeah. Rock type is super fine. That sounds weird, but we got Olivia Lycanroc, and then you know what? Now that I look at it, Rock type it could benefit from another unit, right? It's not like the biggest thing in the world, just because Olivia Lycanroc just been in the game for so long. Maybe like for newer players, maybe you don't have Olivia, right? But I guess Rock type could benefit. Oh, I forgot to throw in a Kukui here. Never mind. No, we're good. We got Kukui as well. I forgot about Kukui. Poor thing. Moving on. Steel type. That's Steel weak. Steel type. There we go. Steel type. We're weak. It would be nice if we had another one, but like it's not like as urgent as like a lot of the other type things. Because we have Solgaleo, which is free. Solgaleo in certain situations is good. Steven Mega Metagross is like probably top 3 in the game as well still. So like Steel type we are fine, but it would be nice if we like had it like non-Pokefair, some bull 5-star. Well, it doesn't have to be 5-star, but it's probably good 5-star since we're probably not gonna add any 3 or 4 stars in the Sun pool anytime soon. But yeah, it would be great if we just got another some bull Steel type that's not Pokefair, so folks would like consistently pull them. And also since Solgaleo is like event comes and goes, right? So it'd be nice if we had like a regular non-Pokefair Steel type unit. That would be nice, I guess. So moving on, Water type. Water type, like we have really good. Like none of these Water type strikers oops, forgot about you. But like none of them are like really like even Cloudster, which I do hate on a lot. Like it's not that bad. Feraligatr is still. Well, actually, Feraligatr I do feel is kind of falling off a bit. Feraligatr was much, Feraligatr used to be like top 5 in the game, right? But I do feel like Feraligatr is falling off a bit. One, all these synchros coming out, and 2, Feraligatr just doesn't work that well in longer battles, especially in Battlevilla, right? Especially in Battlevilla because unless you bring Eevee in with Feraligatr, and unless you bring Eevee in with Feraligatr, if you don't use any MP, you're kind of screwed. Like if you look at like Feraligatr's attack, you got like 257 attack, which is pretty low. Like Feraligatr's damage all comes from the huge damage on Mega Kick, right? So 257 attack, and like Samurot's like 233, Floatzel's 222, and they all have Waterfall. All 3 of them have Waterfall. So if you're not using any MP, like you're kind of screwed. Although you don't have to worry about that too much, since like the first few stages, like the water weak stages aren't like that big of a deal. But I do think it would be cool if we could get another water type striker. Although Crash Wake, Floatzel, very accessible, super strong, but something that's next level, right? Like red level, maybe like 6 new blue or Mega Blastoise or something. But yeah, another water type would be nice, but it's not like the biggest deal in the world if we don't get one. Since we do have some more types that need honestly more help than water type. But water type would be cool if we get. Okay, I want Blastoise. Okay. If that's not transparent enough. So, anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video, share our channel for some more Pokemon Mastery content. I will be streaming Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. And speaking of water types, we're gonna go ahead and tackle the 99th floor dungeon, Silver Trench, today. And see if we could take out Lugia today. And recruit Lugia. 99 floors. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon in the stream.